Hello students. Today I am going to continue explanation of chapter 1, issue of shares. In my previous videos I have explained you the procedure of share allotment, irregular and illegal allotment of shares, renunciation of share call. Today I am going to explain you share forfeiture. Share on which call money is not received are forfeited by the company. Meaning, amount forfeited on shares on which call money not received is known as share forfeiture. Definition: share forfeiture is the process by which the directors of a company cancel the membership of shareholder and remove the name of shareholder from the list of members on non-receipt of call money as asked by the company in accordance with the statutory procedure laid down in the articles of the company. Share forfeiture is a disciplinary action taken by the directors against non-payment. Articles of the company must authorize for forfeiture of shares. Procedure of share forfeiture. Procedure of share forfeiture is given in the articles of the company. The steps of the procedure are as under. Number 1. Preparing list of calls in arrears. The secretary prepares a list of calls on shares not paid by shareholders on the basis of pay-in slips received from bank. Number 2. Presenting list on calls in arrears before the board of directors. Once the list of calls in arrears is prepared, it is presented before the board of directors for further discussion and for taking decisions on share forfeiture. Number 3. Sending reminder to members. Reminders are sent to those members who have not paid call money within the prescribed time limit, and they are intimated to pay the amount of call in arrears, including interest, within the time limit now prescribed. Number 4. Sending final reminder. If no response to first reminder is received, a final reminder is sent through registered post, and such members are intimated to pay the due amount including interest within 14 days of receipt of the final reminder. They are also warned of forfeiture of shares on failure in paying the due amount. Number 5. Resolution of share forfeiture. Shares of those members who do not pay the amount of call within 14 days are forfeited by passing a resolution in the meeting of board of directors. Number 6. Sending notice of share forfeiture. The secretary sends notices of share forfeiture on the basis of the resolution passed in the meeting of board of directors. A company of resolution of share forfeiture is also enclosed the notice, and members are intimated to surrender the share certificate to the company. 7th. Issuing public notice. The secretary gives a public notice in the newspapers indicating serial numbers of shares forfeited, so no transaction is carried out on such shares. 8th. Making entries in the register of members. After giving a public notice, the secretary makes entries in the register of members regarding share forfeiture and names of members whose shares are forfeited are cancelled from the list. Next topic is duties of the secretary regarding share forfeiture. This topic is excluded. The next topic is effects of share forfeiture. This topic is also excluded. Let's discuss the next topic. Surrender of share. Meaning, surrender of share means returning the share certificate to the company. This concept is applicable to physical certificates of shares only. Circumstances of share surrender. Share certificates are returned to the company under following circumstances. Number 1, when share certificates are torn. Number 2, when share certificates become illegible. Number 3, when there is no space left to record an entry of share transfer. Number 4, when shares are to be consolidated. Number 5, when shares are to be subdivided. Share dividend. A company pays tax at the end of the year out of profit earned for a year. The amount of profit left after the payment of tax is called divisible profit. A certain amount of the divisible profits is retained as a reserve by the company. The remaining profit is distributed among shareholders and is called dividend. Thus, dividend means the share of divisible profit distributed by the company among its shareholders on the basis of paid up share capital on shares held by them in form of cash or share or in any other form. Here, it is important to note that as per the Indian Companies Act, dividend can be paid only in cash. Dividend can be of two types. Number 1, interim dividend. Number 2, final or annual dividend. Interim dividend is paid semi-annually during the year. Final or annual dividend is paid at the end of the year out of profit for the year. Dividend is paid to equity shareholders as well as to preference shareholders. Share dividend. A company pays tax at the end of the year out of profit earned for a year. The amount of profit left after the payment of tax is called divisible profit. A certain amount of the divisible profits is retained as a reserve by the company. The remaining profit is distributed among shareholders and is called dividend. Thus, dividend means the share of divisible profit distributed by the company among its shareholders on the basis of paid up share capital on shares held by them in form of cash or share or in any other form. Here, it is important to note that as per the Indian Companies Act, dividend can be paid only in cash. Dividend can be of two types. Number 1, interim dividend. Number 2, final or annual dividend. Interim dividend is paid semi-annually during the year. Final or annual dividend is paid at the end of the year out of profit for the year. Dividend is paid to equity shareholders as well as to preference shareholders. Dividend paid on preference shares at a fixed rate of dividend before paying dividend on the equity shares is called preference dividend. As per provisions of the Companies Act, preference shareholders have prior right over equity shareholders in terms of receiving dividend. Therefore, preference dividend is paid first and the then Board of Directors recommends how much of the remaining divisible profit can be distributed as equity dividend. The equity dividend recommended by the Board of Directors is approved by shareholders in the annual general meeting of the company. After the approval of equity dividend in the annual general meeting of the company, it is paid within 60 days of such approval. Equity dividend is based on the profits of the company and need of funds for the company in future. The Board of Directors decides the rate of equity dividend by taking into consideration the need of funds for the company. Thus, it is not legally necessary for a company to declare and pay equity dividend every year, and its rate may be changed year to year. I hope you have understood this chapter. Your homework is select the suitable option from the options given. Answer the following questions in one sentence only. Answer the following questions in short. Answer the following questions to the point. Answer the following questions in detail. Thank you.